If you manage a windows and doors sales team, I want you to think about something for a second. How many out of your entire team, how many reps just sit by the phone waiting for the next lead to come in? Or an even better question, how many of them, if the phone stopped ringing tomorrow, would have absolutely no clue what to do next? If you're being honest, the answer is probably most of them. My name's Mike Ballentine. I am the founder of Alpha Sales Consulting, and I work specifically with windows and doors companies to help their sales team stop solely relying on inbound leads and company-generated leads and start creating their own opportunities. And today I want to talk about the single biggest reason as to why that happens. Because once you understand it, you'll be able to fix it. And if you're a rep watching this, stay with me, because what I'm about to break down applies directly to your income. This isn't just for managers. This one's for you too. And by the way, don't say nothing about my mic placement. I am outside. You probably hear the birds chirping. There's probably a lot of noise, but some things happened with my usual setting and usual setup where I couldn't record there. So y'all got to deal with it. Appreciate you. Here's what I've seen working directly with window and door sales teams. Most reps I see don't prospect themselves. And it's not because they can't. It's not because they don't know how to. But it's because somewhere along the way, they decided that prospecting was extra work. Let that sink in for a second. They show up, they gladly take the leads that the company offers them, they run their appointments, but anything outside of that feels like a task that is not in their job description. It's almost like they feel like they're doing the company a favor by picking up the phone and calling somebody who wasn't expecting to hear from them. I just finished an engagement with a window company here in Tampa, and that was the exact mindset that I walked into. Good salespeople, talented salespeople, but completely, and I mean completely, dependent on inbound leads brought in from the company. They had no clue how to go out and get their own leads. It's like the idea of getting them to go out and fill up their own pipeline. It was definitely a foreign concept, but it felt almost unfair to them. And that mindset is not just unique to only that team. I see it everywhere in this industry. So why does this happen? Why do reps develop this extra work mentality around prospecting? Well, there's three reasons. One, the company trained them to think this way without even realizing it. When a company consistently feeds its reps leads, it unintentionally sends a message. Your job is to close. It's not to find. And reps are smart. They adapt to whatever system they're in. If leads always show up no matter what, why go looking for them? The problem is the moment that the lead flow slows down, which the lead flow always slows down at some point throughout the year. These reps have no muscle memory of how to generate their own pipeline. They've never had to build it. Reason number two, prospecting is very uncomfortable at first, and they've never been trained through discomfort. Cold calling, cold emailing, following up, asking for referrals, none of that feels natural at first. It requires confidence, rejection tolerance, and a script that actually works. Most reps were never given any of those things or taught how to create it themselves. So they avoid it. And avoidance over time becomes a belief that it's not their job. And reason number three, they don't see the math. This is a big one. Most reps have never sat down and calculated what consistent outbound activity would look like for their income. They think of prospecting as effort with uncertain reward. But when you show a rep the actual numbers, suddenly it stops feeling like extra work and starts feeling like extra income they've been leaving on the table. Nobody avoids activity that they've seen produce money. They only avoid it when they feel like the effort that they're putting in isn't producing any money. But what we need to start teaching these reps is that the results and the money that come in is literally the receipt from past activity. Think about that for a second. So here's what I tell every single rep that I work with, and I want you to hear this clearly. If you do not accept that outbound prospecting is a part of sales, you will never reach your potential in this industry. That's not harsh. That's just facts. The reps who make the most money in the windows and doors industry are not the ones who wait. They're the ones who create bars. They're the ones who follow up when nobody else does. They're the ones who call after a job installs because they know that 3 houses on the same road need new windows too. They don't see it as extra work. They see it as the job. And the difference between those reps and the ones sitting around waiting for the phone to ring isn't luck. It isn't talent. It's mindset. And mindset can be trained. And if you're a rep watching this right now thinking, I know I need to be doing more outbound activity, I know I should be prospecting, but you don't know where to start, that's exactly what I'm gonna go over in my next video. How to cold call, what to say, how to turn these conversations into appointments and money in your pocket. So make sure you like this video and subscribe so you don't miss it. Okay, so if you're a sales manager or a business owner, here's one thing that you can start doing today and you'll see an immediate difference in your team. Sit down with each rep individually and have them calculate their own outbound math. Let me show you what I mean. For easy numbers, let's just say your average sale price is $3,500. Now, let's just say a rep has 10 conversations with homeowners per day, not 10 calls, 10 actual conversations. That might take 20, 25, maybe even 30 calls to achieve, depending on how many people pick up. But the goal is 10 real conversations. Out of those 10 conversations, if they're reasonably good on the phone, they are going to set 1 appointment. That's a 10% conversion. And that's actually very conservative once they've been trained. So 10 conversations per day. Let's say they only work Monday through Friday. That's 5 days per week. That's 50 conversations per week, 5 appointments per week that they were not seeing before. Now, according to industry data, the average closing rate for an in-home sales rep is between 35 and 45%. So let's use 40% for this example. You close 40% of those 5 appointments. You're looking at 2 additional jobs per week just from outbound alone. That is not including the inbound leads that they're already receiving on a day-to-day basis. Over a month, that's 8 extra jobs. And at an average sales price of $3,500, that is $28,000 in revenue per month per rep. Now, let's talk about what that means in commission. If your reps are on an 8 to 10% commission structure, which is pretty standard in this industry, that's an extra $2,200 to $2,800 in their pockets per month. What would you do with an extra $2,200 to $2,800 per month? Would you invest it? Would you spend it? Would you throw it in the trash? Because if you're not prospecting, that's essentially what you're doing. That's just from 10 conversations per day. Most reps can knock out 10 conversations, again, depending on who answers, in 2 hours. That's not extra work. That is an extra $30,000 a year that they've been leaving on the table waiting for the phone to ring. Do you see where I'm going? Now let's zoom out for the managers and the owners that we have watching this. If you have just 5 reps on your team, and each one of them commits to 10 conversations per day, that is an extra $140,000 per month in additional revenue. That is over $1.6 million a year in company revenue that you'll be seeing if you can just get all of those reps to just have 10 conversations per day, Monday through Friday. 2 hours of extra work. Can you do that? That's not a marketing budget. That's not a new product line. That is your current reps actually working to their full potential. And that's only if you have 5 reps. Do the math if you have more or less. Now, here's what I want you to do as a manager. Don't just tell your reps this. Sit down with them one-on-one, pull out a whiteboard or a notepad and have them write down and do the math on their own specific numbers, their closing rate, their average sales price, their current appointment volume. Then show them what 10 conversations a day adds to that picture. When a rep does the math themselves with their own specific numbers, the extra work objection doesn't just weaken, it disappears entirely. They've just never seen it laid out for them before. Now I want to be real with you. Showing your team the math is just step 1, but knowing the math alone doesn't automatically mean your reps know how to have these 10 conversations. That's the part that most of these sales managers get wrong. They motivate the team, everyone gets fired up, and then Monday morning comes and nobody knows what to say when these homeowners actually answer the phone. And that's exactly where I come in. I teach reps how to effectively cold call, what to say in the first 10 seconds, how to overcome the most common objections, how to handle it when homeowners just try to brush you off. I'm not interested. How to turn a hesitant homeowner into a booked appointment. That's just one of the strategies that I install when I work with windows and doors teams. If you're watching this and you know your team has the motivation, they're just missing the skills and the systems, that's a conversation I would love to have with you. Now that you understand why reps wait instead of create, next week we're gonna get into the how. I'm gonna walk you through exactly how to cold call as a windows and doors rep. What to say in the first 10 seconds of a call, how to handle the most common objections that you'll hear, and how to turn more of those conversations into actual booked appointments. If you've ever had one of your reps tell you that they don't know what to say on a phone call, next week's video is what you need to send to them. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And if this video gave you something to think about, share it with your sales manager or send it to your team if you're a manager. Again, my name is Mike Ballentine. I'm the founder of Alpha Sales Consulting. I work specifically with windows and doors sales teams in the Tampa Bay area. If you want to know what it would look like to bring me in to work with your team, reach out to me. The link will be down in the description. I'll see you in the next one. Bro, there's so many caterpillars out here. Bro, I have caterpillars on my feet, bro. Over a month. Side of their job description. Just gotta wait for the plane to go by. I'm never recording outside again. I hope the lighting's okay. I mean, it's beautifully sunny outside, but if I stand outside, either the sun's behind me, you can't see me, or the sun's in my face. Where was I?